Hi all of you awesome scuba divers out there, welcome to Scuba Diving Magazine, your favourite place for the latest scuba diving news and gear reviews, and welcome to Ask Mark, our scuba diving Q&A, where I, Mark, a former dive instructor, do my very best to answer your scuba diving questions from the internet. So if you do have any scuba diving questions, by all means pop them down in the comment section underneath this video, use this Ask Mark hashtag, and I will do my best to answer as soon as possible, and the awesome community does as well. Well done everybody. Today I'm answering a question from Andrew about diving masks. So Andrew says, I bought first the Mares X Vision Ultra mirror green lenses for increased contrast in poor visibility conditions. Great viewing angle, but as Mark mentioned, this coating prevents my buddies from seeing my eyes. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of mirrored lenses, especially on like instructors and like teaching level. Aqualung Teknika, this mask just perfect for me. By the way, I'm also interested in the old school designer Beuchat super compensator mask, high quality silicone and excellent visibility, but wouldn't the larger volume of this mask be problematic under pressure? Can this mask be universal or rather tribute to tradition and fun? You can certainly dive a retro oval mask, the old like Jacques Cousteau, plenty of people still do. The large like internal volume is only really an issue if it floods, because it's a lot to blow out, or if you forget to equalize it whilst you're descending, that larger air volume inside will reduce to a greater extent compared to a low volume mask, so you'll feel it squeeze a bit more if you don't equalize it frequently. Easy to fix that though, you just breathe out from your nose every so often as you're descending, and as long as you're comfortable with like mask clearing, shouldn't be an issue if it floods. Another problem may be equalizing. A lot of them nowadays, especially the newer versions, they do have plenty of space to get your like fingers in, but one mask, it was a Tusa mask, and I think it had a one of the purge valves like built into it, so there was a lot of like infrastructure or structure in general over your nose, and some people found that if you had a second stage in and then you had all of this, to be able to like pinch your nose, you almost had to do that, which made it a bit awkward to just equalize. So yeah, just make sure that you do have plenty of space, but there's nothing overtly wrong with large volume masks. It's just, yeah, you have to be a bit more on the ball with exhaling through your nose as you descend. It's not that much of a big deal. And yeah, if it does flood, then it's a lot more volume to be able to, or have to clear. Sometimes you can get a bit of a, like a shadow on the inside, or like a ghost. So because the lens is a bit further away, when the sun comes in from a particular angle, you can kind of see the reflection on the inside of your mask of your own face, which can be a little bit weird. It's not a huge issue, but it's just something that's that you might notice. Otherwise, no real reason. A lot of divers still dive them today, and yeah, they work perfectly fine. There's nothing overtly wrong with them. It's just, yeah, the size of like trying to transport something. It's a little bit bigger than a conventional like modern diving mask, but no, nothing particularly wrong with diving old large volume masks. I mean, if you think to like full face masks, they got a huge internal volume. Granted, they're fed by your regulator, by your cylinder, but you have all of that volume, and the only other issue with that is that your face is suddenly a bit floaty. You tend to notice it when you first dive a full face mask, in that your face really wants to float up compared to just a half mask, but in general, you won't notice a huge difference, and they're not that like cumbersome. The old like oval masks, yeah, they work perfectly fine. Yeah, I quite like that that brands do modernize old designs. I do like old designs on my like Cyclone regulators as well. I just like that vintage like style and feel to it, but on something that functions perfectly well today. And a mask, it's hard for a mask not to function. And Beuchat Yeah, Beuchat make nice diving equipment, so so yeah, it's perfectly reputable brand. But no, there's no real like downside other than increased volume, so you have to clear should it flood, and you do have to equalize it a bit more frequently. So I probably wouldn't go free diving with it, but scuba diving, perfectly fine. Just exhale through your nose a bit more frequently. Otherwise, you'll start to feel it squeeze into your face. And also equalizing might be a little bit trickier depending on the size of your second stage and how much the frame sort of goes over your nose. Any other scuba diving questions, by all means, pop them down in the comment section underneath this video. Use the AskMark hashtag to get it featured in an up and coming video. Remember to head over to our website, scubadivingmag.com. Check out all our latest scuba diving news and gear reviews. Subscribe here on the YouTube channel. Thank you for watching, everybody, and of course, safe diving.